So we're out here at Roots Disc Golf Course. I got a bag full of Infinite and some other brands. I'm testing them out, you know, at a course that I feel comfortable with too. So I get to really throw the lines just as I remember, but with stuff that I've never thrown. It's a really fun time. I feel like a kid again, getting out and just excited about that new toy and just rip. So we're gonna have some fun. The concrete Scepter. That could be good. Do it. Woo! Finish the line. Remember this?
I see.
Oh my god, this guy.
Or this?
Absolute bomber. Oh, this is us.
I'm sad that Gumby didn't come.
I know, but he's pokey. I'm Gumby. It's a fun thing that we've had. It's the story is better for another time, but this is I keep a Gumby in all my bags, so expect to see one in my bag here very soon. Ah, love it. All right,
You go right?
let's go right. Fan
Yeah,
grip, like Scepter. Let's see how this works. Really nice.
I'm gonna be honest, you're much more practical than me.
Oh, you're going right.
Yeah.
You meant right. That one was money. What was the Subaru?
Sergeant.
Sergeant? Scepter. It's good, good three. Good three. So jamming on the Scepter, it reminds me of a Lucid X Felon, and feel-wise it's a little bit softer, so I feel like I can kind of control it, trust when it hits the ground that it's not going to do too much. So it's like a seamless transition, which is super nice. You know, I think what I really like about it is that I'm able to play the angles almost the same in the overstable slot, because my Lucid X Felon, all of them very overstable, but the Scepter is like one that complements it, but I think it'll be able to get to that straight spot a little faster, like what I had to use a stock Felon for. So it's going to be really, really nice to just keep throwing them and seeing what kind of new shots I can unlock. It's going to be great. I'm excited. So another big selling point on the Scepter is how flat the top is. That to me is it always feels comfortable, and you're never going to get stuff that has too much of a dome and makes it feel different in your hand, and is going to cause for a different flight. So that consistency is only going to lead to, you know, always being able to find good replacements and just trusting that you're going to have that consistency to be able to compete. So big bonus.
Yeah, put it low again. I feel like the premium plastic alpacas are a little more overstable.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want much more than what those D lines are doing.
Oh.
That's true.
One hop?
That's exactly what you want.
Yeah, but I will have to cycle the D lines.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, please do it. Please do it.
Oh. It's like get the
Still
nose
satisfying.
up to where it floats a little bit, stays up. Tough. Alpacas are good, man. Alpaca, my bag.
Okay, we were closer we thought. That's true, further back.
Yeah, we had a good line.
You gotta come up with another alpaca joke. Do alpaca my bag?
If you start bagging alpacas, we could be alpacas.
What?
We're pals. Alpacas. So, idea for Infinite, because they have a multiple stamp machine where,
Oh, you want to do
oh yeah, let's just put it back in the bag. Because they have a multiple stamp machine, but I think they can, I don't know if they can do it where they stamp one, and it's like they have the 3 foils that they have going now. So if they could do one with 2, I think it would be awesome to have a pair of alpacas that have 2 stamps but you hit one of them, like a best friend bracelet.
Yep.
So you hit one where it's one side, and then the other one that hits the other side, and you switch that disc out, put the next one in, hits the other side,
Okay.
and you have a pair. Those are your Alpacas.
That gives some weight to the Alpaca idea. That's not it.
much.
Oh, you're good. Looking.
Holy cow! Dude, look how far those things go, dude. Emperors are crazy.
What happened to you? You used to be cool.
I used to be so cool, dude.
Oh, it's gotta look though.
Oh, it's just a little higher and it's money. Still good. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I thought it was it.
I did too. Like that looked faster than the first one. How did that not get there?
I don't know. I moved here. I moved to Salt Lake City in 2014. Was super into disc golf, so I went out to Creekside and saw this guy and Brian Usher, and I just kind of forced myself upon them. I said, "Hey, you guys mind if I play with you guys?" And we were just finishing out the last like 6 holes or something like that.
Yeah, so I had just started kind of getting good, sort of, and Eric showed up, imposed very much, said I'm playing with you guys. He was obnoxious,
I made you love me.
and he did exactly that. It was very reluctant at first, but he was the only person I knew who was better than me and who played as much as me, and it kind of just had a natural transition into every day we're gonna play, and it started as I hate this guy, I need to be better than him, and it ended as I love this guy, still need to be better than him.
And he ended up being in my wedding, dude. So it like comes full circle. I remember after my first pro win, I remember calling Chris and thanking him for being a part of that process and everything that we had grown, because I wouldn't have had the tools to play, day after day after day, playing a good round and challenging myself to be good and throw good shots constantly had we not played often. And we did a good job because we played different courses. I still remember you're the first person I've ever been on a motorcycle with when we do the ride up to Solitude. So we park my car at the bottom, he'd meet up with his motorcycle, we'd rip up to the top, play the course down, drive it back up, and it just turned into this relationship where we knew that we were both going to get better, and it was cool that we both got sponsored in the same year and we got to kind of grow in disc golf together. And I still feel like our friendship grows even to this day, even if we don't talk for a little bit. Still just pick right back up where we left off.
Absolutely. His first sponsored win, I got to film his speech. He was all stoked on it. He was driving
Sponsored cash.
Yes.
Sponsored cash.
Sponsored cash, sorry.
No, you're good.
When he got to drive the Maniac, he was all here. I got to film his little personal debut with the van. It's just been a cool story. And now, like you were saying about Gumby Pokey, I always got a Pokey with me. So disc golf and Eric are one and the same to me. Ooh, best yet. What's that?
That's a Sphinx. Oh no! Dang it! That was sick.
That was really good.
The Sphinx.
What do you think?
Out up here, it's like a Roadrunner, like pro.
Agreed?
Yeah, but it's like a stable one. It's like kind of like what it would be like, probably closer to a Sidewinder.
Like CD2.
No, flippier than that. So I feel like the Sphinx is a disc that I'm gonna be jamming on a little bit in the woods. If I can beat one up, I think I'm gonna love it for a roller. And like out here in this high elevation, like it's just an amazing straight fairway that I can just pump on hyzer, and it's got so much glide. I really want to try it in comparison to like a Centurion, and maybe even like some of the Innova fairways like the T-Bird, a Leopard 3, maybe even a TL3. But I don't know, it's good. Feels really good in the hand too, and you can support Zoe and Dyke, so let's do it. So grabbing the Chariot, I initially felt something that kind of like, it really reminds me of the MD3s that I used to throw, and I was really jamming on those for just a nice slight hyzer or just a little play, so it would peel up just a little bit, but never really pull over. When I pushed it over, then it would do that. So the Chariot to me feels like a do-it-all mid-range. So like I could see myself bagging a couple of these in different stages of wear and just having that same consistent feel and mold. You know, rivals the buzz. Just a nice flight, man.
Right into the bunker.
That's a nice flight. Throwing the D-blend Alpacas as a thrower. This is actually, you know, I got used to throwing a more baseline plastic. I feel like I get a little more snap and I can control it a little bit more to the ground. And when it hits the ground, it doesn't have a lot of play like a premium plastic might. And this run, super nice. It's reliably overstable, so I'm able to kind of throw it flat and trust that it's going to get some play. If I push it over, it's going to pan out nicely. It's got it all. And you know, if I need to throw it dead straight, I just hit it hard and let her fly. Ooh. Extraordinary. Yeah, just keep going it low. All right, Envy. James Conrad. Go in. Get down. Get down. Do it. Do it. I'm not getting in the water this time. This time. Well, at least so far.
We used to get in this river.
Yeah, we did.
Oof.
I stopped when my foot got stuck in a shopping cart.
Really?
Yep. Just it.
Go, fight, win. Chariot. Oh no!
And it rolls back.
What?
The DX leopard and the mamba.
I can do it.
I know. That's all.
Got it.
We're alive!
That's right.
Thank you, friend.
Forehand zone.
Zone.
Dunk it. Because the 200-foot forehand is a chip shot.
Yeah. Those are good, dude. Those are really
Sunday morning.
good. Forehand James Conrad? Yeah. All right, forehand James Conrad.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the impressive one.
So far. Alpacas are awesome. I've been, you know, it's this depth, this stability with the same amount of glide. I think that's the kind of the best part about the Alpaca is that first feel in the hand, comfortable. Like exactly what I'm looking for. And then when I putt them, you know, I feel like I can putt them long distances without having to jump. I just got to get a good spin. And I can trust that they're not going to be too affected by the wind and because they have a good amount of stability. So I got to play a little bit of the finish on the longer putts, but you know, inside the circle or just outside, I can really just kind of keep it on the pole and allow it to kind of just go in. Yeah, I don't feel like I had something that felt this good with the trilogy stuff. I was having to try and make things work and adjust, but this is exactly what I've been looking for in a putter, to be honest. Jam sesh, baby. This is jam sesh.
Proof is in the putt.
When I hit an Anubis hard, if I hit it with hyzer, I don't feel like it ever like finishes.
Okay.
It's just like on a hyzer line, but always going forward. Where this is like on a hyzer and working left.
Okay.
So it's not much of a difference, but it's enough to where you're going to need them for
between
different
hitting
shots.
and missing the tree,
Yes.
or doing that.
I keep pulling it, but look at that flight
I
though.
see the flight. I see the shape.
It's really nice. It's like once I figure out the release point, that's
Yeah.
going to be just an easy mid to throw.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just a little scared.
I knew it was good.
Not a lot scared, just a little scared. I only
Sound cool?
peed a little.
I'm sorry.
There it is.
That's money. See, that's like
Dead
almost
straight.
no fade.
Dead straight.
Even though it's nice. The Emperor is going to be a disc that I'm going to be relying on a ton. This thing has a great forward push for such a fast disc. I'm going to be using it both for backhand and for sidearm, and I want to find that dome. And who doesn't want to support Garrett Gerthy? This is, you know, a definite winner in my book. I'm just ready to send it. I haven't had a a disc that I think has that flight pattern of an Emperor since I was with Discmania. I had some PD2s that could do that kind of thing and had a little bit of extra flight, but it just has this insane forwardness to it, and if that's a word, I guess. But it's like really easy to control and really easy to throw, so I'm really enjoying it.
Fight.
Get him! Yeah! Get him! Get him! He's talking smack. So my initial thoughts on what I was able to kind of get out here and throw, the Alpacas are an instant win. This disc is going to, save me a lot of strokes on the green, off the tee, and on the approach. I'm definitely going to want to be cycling in, have a couple for putting, kind of keeping them strictly for putting, and then I'm gonna have maybe 2, possibly 3 throwers in just different stages of wear. Love to have one where I could start it out on a hyzer, have it peel over and do a natural drift, have one that, a little bit of hyzer goes dead straight, and then another one that's hyzer and holds that. So, these are gonna get nice use once I get out there. Putters are feeling really, really nice. Another approach disc that I'm absolutely loving is the Zone. It's actually a disc that a slot I haven't really thrown. I used to use the Justice, but I feel like this can do what a Justice does, and it kind of feels a little bit better. And I think this has a little bit more diversity to the shots that it can throw. So I'm going to be really excited to push and challenge that disc a lot more. Another Discraft disc that I'm really liking is the Buzz. I get why this is as popular as it is. I haven't really thrown it much in the past, but exactly what I'm looking for in a good mid-range that has, decent stability, but I'm able to throw it kind of as hard as I want, and you won't ever lose it to the right. It's got good integrity, kind of just goes. Gotta get used to the depth on it a little bit, because most of the mids I was throwing, like Emacs, are a little bit more shallow, but flight is similar, but I think this is a little bit more consistent in what I'm looking for. Really, really nice. The 2 Infinite mids also, between these 2, I feel like I could just bag either one. I think I'm gonna lean towards the Chariot because it flies a little bit similarly to the Buzz, but it's a little bit slower, and I kind of want that. So whenever I know I don't need that Buzz distance, I can just jam on a Chariot. Where the Anubis reminds me of a little bit slower Claymore, and I might just use the Claymore instead of using this, but I could see myself as I get back to sea level, I might actually absolutely love this for a different shot. So this is going to get a lot more use, and I think the feel of this is why I want to keep testing it. This is one of the best feeling mids in my hands that I've felt in my time and testing stuff. Want to put more time in with this? Got to get some shout out to Tim Barham again. Love you, dude. And I feel like, if you're jamming on this disc, I can do the same. So this will get tossed in the same mix probably with these 2 as which one I'll challenge for a spot. But it's looking real good. The Envy was actually super surprising. I might bag this just until I get an Alpaca that flies similarly. So super surprised. I get why James is as good as he is with this disc, because it flies awesomely and it just allows you to be good. Exodus, this is a winner. I love the way this feels. It reminds me of an Explorer or an Evader, but I feel like it's I don't know. It's just it's not any different from them. I think it has just a different feel. It's a little bit, doesn't have as much dome as those do. Still has the same glide, still has the same go, and it's a disc that I feel like I can continue to put a lot of power in. And I have a bunch of different plastics of the Exodus that I'm going to be trying out, so I might find some that are a little bit more stable, some that have more glide. So it's just going to be a fun little trial to really kind of dial in this as a fairway driver. The Sphinx is one that I'm still trying to figure out. I think it's going to be better at sea level, but out of the gate, this thing is insane how far it can go. It's going to be a fun disc probably in the woods. I see this kind of coming in and out of the bag. And if I can get one beat up, I think this is going to be a really, really long distance roller. Got to try out the Thunderbird today, even though I've never really thrown one. But I think this is going to be a 9-speed slot, or I will find a disc like a Thunderbird that I'm going to be jamming on a lot for just longer, straighter control shots. And this is probably going to be what I use whenever I don't want to use an Emperor in the woods or something like it. So that's when that one's going to come out a lot. The Scepter.
This is an easy disc to bag. Does the one thing, and it does it amazingly. So I feel like this disc is going to be a staple. I'm going to be tossing them a ton. It's going to save me strokes when the wind picks up. I'm not even going to have to worry. Just kind of keep throwing these as they are and let them do the work for you. Easy, overstable fairway. And the Emperor is the one, dude. This is the disc. This is the distance bomber that I've been looking for. And having thrown it on a few forehands, this thing absolutely crushes. So I feel like whenever I'm going to be looking to get that extra, 50, 60 feet, having the Emperor in my bag is just going to give me a ton of confidence. But coolest part is my bag is not even set. I have so many discs to kind of pick through and figure out what I want. So I'm going to be doing a building my bag series. So this is the initial bag, and I'm going to be doing it in different segments. I'm going to start with putting putters. I'm going to do throwing putters, mid-ranges, to approach discs, to fairway drivers, to distance drivers. So we're going to get a lot of cool stuff. So make sure you guys are tuning in to the Infinite Disc channel and my channel, Whale Pants, where you're going to see a lot of cool content. And if there's anything you want me to throw, drop a comment down below. I want to know everything that I should be trying, because I know I'm missing out on some amazing molds out there from companies I maybe have never even heard of. So let me know what I should be throwing. And it's going to be a really cool journey, and I guess I have this new excitement for disc golf, and I get to really kind of build to a better future. So it's going to be really, really cool. So thank you everyone for the support and watching. Make sure you guys go to infinitedisc.com to get all the discs you need. They have everything. They're the best. Be awesome. Catch you in the next one.